Hello, welcome to Wildcat Insider, your source for stories from grades 7, 8, and 9. I'm your host, Belle Blasi. On February 18th, NASA's latest Mars rover Perseverance descended to the planet Jezero crater, nearly 7 months after it landed from Cape Canaveral. The mission, which was one of the space agency's most ambitious yet, will seek to answer whether there is evidence that microbial life once existed on Mars. There were some exciting space events in the past year. Reporter Lexi Weiser highlights some of those events and what you can expect this year.
In 2020, many things happened in space, but here are some of the highlights. On January 4th, there was a Quadrian Tides meteor shower. Later that month, on January 29th, NASA's Parker Solar Satellite flew by the sun for the 4th time. Then, on November 10th, 2020, NASA's SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launched. Now, let's look at what will be happening in 2021. China will be attempting to put a rover on Mars. NASA will be attempting to take people back to the moon, as well as attempting to clean up space trash.
We go now to AJ Bethke for this day in history.
In 1909, a color motion picture was shown to the general public for the first time. In 1917, the world's first jazz record was created. In 1920, the first German expressionist film premiered. In 1991, the world's first web browser was presented to the public. In 1993, a car bomb explodes below the World Trade Center in New York.
Today is also National Skip the Straw Day. A group of middle school students in Whitehall, Michigan founded National Skip the Straw Day in 2017 to encourage Americans to give up the straw habit and help spread awareness about the damage caused by disposable plastics. Here are Daisha Thomas and Austin Henry with information about how you can make a difference.
National Skip the Straw Day takes place February 26. A group of young activists in Whitehall, Michigan battle against global warming and plastic pollution. National Skip the Straw Day is for people to take the time to consider whether we really need plastic straws in order to have our favorite beverages. Things you can do to participate in National Skip the Straw Day. When asking for a drink, ask the waitress or drive-thru worker to leave the straw off your purchased beverage. Another way is either washing or recycling your styrofoam and plastic to-go containers, or dining in and using real flatware that can be washed and reused.
We all have the ability to change the world with a simple act of kindness. Miranda Perry shares some ideas in our next segment.
February 17th was National Act of Kindness Day. If you missed this day, here are a few ways that you can show an act of kindness. One way that you can show an act of kindness is to help a friend. You can help them with homework, schoolwork, or if they have an emotional problem. Another way you can be kind is to say hi to new people. Maybe just someone walking down the street or a new kid who sits next to you in class. You don't have to be friends with someone to help them. If you see someone struggling in class, ask them if they need help. I have one way for you to be kind at home. You can help your family clean up, play with your siblings, or make them a treat. And the one last way I have for you to be kind is if you're with your friend or even someone you don't know and you see that they're upset, ask them if they're okay. Remember, these are not the only ways you can show an act of kindness. Here are some people who have shown ways to be kind.
By complimenting someone's shirt.
I'd compliment their shoes.
It's so hard to smile these days with the masks, but even when we smile under our masks, our eyes smile. So let's smile with our eyes and give each other compliments.
With the cold and dreary February weather, it is nice to dream of traveling to other places. Letitia Rossi asked students and staff if they could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
If I could live anywhere, then I would live at Lewis Beach, Delaware, because that's where I go for vacation a lot of times and I really like it there.
If I could live anywhere, I would want to live in New Jersey because all my family lives there.
I'd like to live in Florida. It's nice and warm pretty much all year round.
I would live in Italy because I have a lot of family there.
Hawaii, because there's a beach.
If I could live anywhere, it'd probably be Florida, because Florida is awesome.
If I were to live one place, it would be somewhere warm where there's a big lake where I could go fishing all day long.
Wearing a face covering has been part of some people's personal style. I asked students to design a custom face mask, and we received some amazing results. Please check your email for the link to this episode and vote for your favorite. The winner will be announced in the next episode and receive a prize. Here are the masks entered in the competition. Don't forget to check your email and vote for your favorite mask. Did you know that all students can receive one free breakfast meal and one free lunch meal each day for the remainder of the school year? You just need to choose a fruit or vegetable to make your breakfast or lunch a meal. No paperwork is necessary. This offer applies to all students in school or online and does not include a la carte items. Be sure to take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. Many students and staff members are inspired by the school's art collection. Ella Bulva asked students and staff members about their favorite paintings.
My favorite artwork is Dance of the Koi.
My favorite piece of artwork is John Deere.
Spring Valley Farm.
We both like Flight of a Good Drive.
End of Days.
Mine's End of Days too.
So Mrs. Jordan's gonna have to school me on this one because I know it has a proper name, but I don't know the name of it. It is the 3D piece of artwork that kind of shows us what it's like to feel like you have autism. And I feel like this is the most powerful piece of artwork in the school because I think any piece of artwork that makes you step outside of yourself or what you're comfortable with and makes you think about what it might be like to be somebody else or to see someone else's perspective is important. And I think we have a lot of students in this school that might be able to identify with that. And I don't know, I just think it's the most maybe important piece in our building because it makes us realize that there's more than just our own little bubble that we live in.
In sports news, Kaylee Palmer spoke to Coach Schmeling about the results of the junior high wrestling season.
The junior high wrestling team had a successful but short season with many highlights.
It's always great beating Hempfield. We were able to pull together a tournament last second. Our team placed 5th. And we only have 11 wrestlers competing.
The team finished with a record of 3-1 with many wrestlers who contributed to the winning record.
Yeah, we have a lot of talent still in the junior high. Braden Bronson, Leo Joseph, Luke Willishell, Justice Newman did a fantastic job for us, Brock Mears, Marco Scarton did some wonderful things for us as well.
Even though the season was short, they have more improvements and goals for the future.
Improve on our attendance, number of wrestlers on our team. I think we can do a lot better than we have. We're used to 40 to 45 wrestlers on our team. We had 16 this year. I think COVID played an impact on that. Also having a season would be a wonderful change for next year.
The boys' basketball teams have also wrapped up their seasons. Reporters Gianna Lewis and Robert Long spoke to some of the players about their team.
We asked players on the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade basketball teams about how their teams have grown so far in the season.
Our team has grown a lot recently because of our team bonding. We have practice every day, and when we don't, we have a game. So we spend a lot of time outside of school together.
Our team is doing very good this season.
We started off rough, but we are getting better every game.
We have grown better through our defense.
We have learned to pass the ball around the floor and just move around a lot more.
This season had many ups and downs through COVID, but there were good things that happened. Here are some highlights from the season.
The highlight of our season was beating GCC by over 30 points.
Beating GCC by 30 points.
When I Eurostep 2 6-foot kids.
When we beat Norwin. I also agree when we beat Norwin.
7th grade finished with a 2-7 record, and 8th grade finished with a 1-7 record. 9th grade season ends today. Good effort this season, boys.
In other basketball news, March Madness is going to look a little different this year due to COVID-19 restrictions. Ben Stratton has an update on what you can expect.
This year, March Madness will be taking place in the state of Indiana. It is unlikely for an entire team to be knocked out due to COVID, but if a player gets it, they will be out of the tournament. The NCAA is deciding if there will be less fans or even maybe no fans, so we'll see how the players react to a quiet stadium. Gonzaga is on a winning streak of 17-0, and Baylor is going strong with a 16-0 record, so they are looking like promising teams for the tournament.
According to the National Weather Service, snowfall totals this year are on record-setting pace, which is great for everyone who loves to ski. Here's Nick Stump with today's ski report.
There has been about 75 inches of snow that has fallen this season at Seven Springs. The ski season usually lasts from the end of November to the beginning of April, which means there will be around 5 to 6 more weeks of the season remaining. The cost of lift passes this season are $91 for a single-day pass, $250 for a midweek pass, and $500 for a full season pass. One thing that COVID has affected at Seven Springs is the amount of people that is allowed in the restaurants. And finally, the snow conditions have been pretty good this season with the amount of snowfall this winter.
If you're looking to get active without having to spend money on equipment, Ava Lorenzi has some ideas for you.
Are you looking for something active to do but you don't have the equipment? Here's some sports and activities that you can do. Running is a great way to stay active and it involves no equipment. You can go on runs on your own or you can join your school's cross-country or track team. You can also participate in local races. Hiking is another great way to be active. You can enjoy the outdoors while also getting exercise. Yoga is a great activity that involves no equipment. Yoga helps improve your strength, balance, and flexibility. It can also help manage stress and anxiety.
Greater Latrobe students have a wide range of interests. Sydney Jakowski asked students what sport or activity they participate in and the best thing about it.
I'm in the winter guard and my favorite part about it is tossing flags.
Swimming, and I like it because the water's cold.
I would say hanging out with friends because it's fun, and
I would also say hanging out with friends, but I can't really do that without being stepped on at least twice.
I play karate, and my favorite part about karate is that I get to do it with my friends, and I have a lot of fun doing it.
My favorite activity is working cattle because it's joyful.
I like to do art because it's really fun to do. It's really calm my nerves down.
I run cross country and I do it because I like to stay active and be active.
For those of you who love video games, reporter Jesse Simonovich shares a review of Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury.
Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury released for the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite family of systems on February 12th, and it's been a wonderful expansion to the original game on the Wii U. It is part of Mario's 35th anniversary celebration, along with Super Mario 3D All-Stars and Mario 35. There are quite a few differences between the two versions of the game, including online multiplayer being added with the release of this game and a brand new photo mode which gives use to stamps outside of Miiverse. The game also has new amiibo compatibility, including Cat Mario and Cat Peach, which both give you power-ups. The new mode, Bowser's Fury, takes place in Lake Lapcat, where you work together with Bowser Jr. to collect many cat shines to unlock the power of the Giga Bell when darkness forms on Lake Lapcat. After a while on the island, a darkness will begin to swell, and the monstrous Fury Bowser will emerge. Mario will need to harness the power of the Giga Bell to defeat Fury Bowser and cause a calm to wash over the island. The only real problem I have found in this game is that Bowser's Fury is only about 2 to 3 hours long, but it is an amazing experience while it lasts. The game is a major upgrade to the original in tons of ways, especially with the graphical, quality of life, and multiplayer upgrades. Being able to play online with friends majorly increases the fun of the game, as Mario is always at its most exciting when playing with friends, though quite chaotic. I would rate this game a 9 out of 10 and a must-buy for fans who love the original Wii U or just fans of platformers in general.
Reporter Charlotte Cope set out to find what students in grades 7 through 9 are watching these days. Here are the results.
The first option is Friends. You can watch on HBO Max. Friends is a 90s comedies TV show based in Manhattan about 6 friends who go through just about every life experience imaginable together. Love, marriage, divorce, children, heartbreaks, fights, new jobs, and job losses, and all sorts of drama. Next is The Office. You can watch it on Netflix. The Office is an American mockumentary sitcom television series that depicts the everyday work lives of office employees in Scranton, Pennsylvania, branch of the fictional Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. The third option is Cobra Kai. You can watch it on Netflix. It's about Miguel, an asthmatic kid who lives with a single mother, Carmen, and grandmother, Rosa. They ask Johnny to teach him karate. Initially reluctant, Johnny finally agrees and decides to reopen the Cobra Kai Karate Dojo as a chance to recapture his past. However, this act reawakens his rivalry with Daniel LaRosa. Next, we have Grey's Anatomy. You can watch on Hulu or Netflix. Grey's Anatomy, a primetime American television medical drama. The program focuses on the personal and professional lives of surgical interns and their medical mentors. Finally, we have Outer Banks. You can watch it on Netflix. Outer Banks follows a group of teenagers in the Outer Banks of North Carolina who are called the Pogues, who live at the Cut. They are determined to find out what happened to the missing father of the group's ringleader, John B. Along the way, they discover a legendary treasure that is tied to John B.'s father.
Daylight savings time begins March 14th. Why do we have this? How did it start? Reporter Tyler Weasel shares what he found out about this event.
Daylight savings is a day where you set your clock back an hour to save us more daylight. We have daylight savings because it is used to save us more energy. The first daylight savings time policy began in Germany on May 1st, 1916. At 2 a.m. on March 14th, everyone will set their clocks back an hour for daylight savings to begin. And on November 7th, it will end. Something that is nice to think about on daylight savings is that warmer weather will be on its way.
With St. Patrick's Day approaching, Zoe Favada challenged Mr. Fenton and Sienna de Malta to a trivia challenge.
Ireland.
St. Patrick's Day originated in Ireland.
True.
True. Chicago does dye their rivers green for St. Patrick's Day, and I've been there when it happened.
True.
Shamrocks are the national flower of Ireland. That's true.
Now let's test your knowledge of St. Patrick's Day facts. Emma Urick created some challenging questions for all of you.
Here are some St. Patrick's Day trivia questions. Be sure to keep track of how many questions you get correct. Question 1. Legend says that each leaf on a 4-leaf clover has a meaning. Those meanings are A. Happiness, gratitude, luck, and inspiration. B. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Or C. Joy, trust, hope, and passion. The correct answer is B. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Question 2. St. Patrick's Day is now associated with the color green. What was the original color of this holiday? A. Orange, B. White, or C. Blue. The correct answer is C. Blue. Question 3. Where was the first St. Patrick's Day celebration held in the United States? Is it A. Boston, B. Chicago, or C. New York? The correct answer is A. Boston. And finally, question 4. What are your odds of finding a 4-leaf clover? Is it A. 1 in 10,000, B. 1 in 100, or C. 1 in 1,000? The correct answer is A. 1 in 10,000. Count up the number of questions that you got correct. Thanks for playing and have a great St. Patrick's Day.
We always like to share a holiday-themed treat that you can make at home. Here's McKenna Marino with an idea for you.
Today I'll be showing you how to make St. Patrick's Day Rice Krispie treats. The ingredients you'll need is 1 box of Rice Krispies, 2 bags of marshmallows, butter, food coloring, and sprinkles. First, you will melt the marshmallows and butter together. Mix them until well combined. Add a few drops of green food coloring and add in your Rice Krispies. Then mix until well combined. Then dump the mixture into a buttered pan. Spread the Rice Krispies evenly throughout the pan. Add your desired sprinkles to your Rice Krispies. Finally, cut your Rice Krispies, and there you go. You get a nice St. Patrick's Day treat.
We wish you all good luck and health this St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Wildcat Insider. We will see you for our next episode on March 26th.